Hello and welcome, my digital leaves. Also, hello Namine. How are you doing? We are back with Digimon World next order today because, yeah, last week I took a little break, and the week before we had some games I needed to put content out for because I got some keys for those. So, yeah. We're back with Digimon World, and what our agenda is for the day is getting more recruits. Though, looking at our HP coming fresh from the final boss battle, this day is probably for training. So, let's do just that. Why do I feel so slow? Because I forgot to put B. There's something lying there. Yeah, I mean, that is true. That is very true. Okay. It's even early in the morning. Interesting. In the game. I mean, I said it in the previous stream, but when I talk about daytime, nighttime, I talk about the game, if not stated differently. Just so you know. And everyone who tuned in after I said this will still not know. So, there's that. Can we do something with you now? Oh, what do you want? What? I wasn't doing anything. I was having fun. Don't just come and start talking to me. Okay, dude. What is a fruit doing all the way there? Weird? So what I don't know, looking at the time, I think it's the day we were going into the final dungeon. Though the weird thing about that would be like, we wake up around 7 to 8, and I have a feeling we were in that dungeon a lot longer. Oh, we got a bit of a story part.
You're late!
Long time no see. Great to see you again. As you can see, the digital world is back to normal. We're so grateful.
Let me add my thanks as well. The reincarnation that you all made possible restored our world to its correct state.
Stop! You're embarrassing me.
Then why are you taking the compliments? I'm pretty sure our friend here did the most work.
That's true. But we all needed to work together to make reincarnation a reality. We all saved this world.
It's also the song that is always giving me the yellow dollar sign on YouTube.
We're seniors!
We have a subscriber. New Gundam Gaming, you have resubscribed. Thanks for that, dude. Is that what you do when you get a haircut? So, I guess you get a booster pack opening. Though, let's do the story part first, then we get into that. You're about to head there. Well, then I wait until you're back with that. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, would be a bit weird doing it while you're not watching it.
What's wrong, Suzuki?
I keep wondering if I should be here.
This again? I get how you're feeling. The mistakes we made will never go away. But to make up for it, you took on the Enforcer as your partner. You saved those Digimon who were unable to purge the BH program with reincarnation. It's not up to me to say whether or not you deserve forgiveness, but I'm sure some people have noticed.
That's right. Your honesty in trying to make up for your mistakes is really making an impression.
Yeah, also, the way his eye looked and everything, he seemed kind of possessed on top of all things, so... Might not just be all his fault. Might be a bit more complicated than that.
You will be forgiven someday. At the very least, everyone here has forgiven you.
Way to speak for everyone.
Thank you very much.
I wasn't asked if I have.
Let's just leave it at that. The party is set to go. We'll celebrate tonight.
Party time!
We can't eat or drink, but we do want to
Oh.
honor Yukimura and the rest.
Yeah, have lots of fun today, Rika.
It's those sentences that make it hard to, like, combine all Digimon media into one thing, because you cannot eat nor drink. Then again, in the anime, though, they do eat and drink, because they need to eat and drink in the digital world, so... and technically, all of that is the same digital world, kinda-ish, so... But I guess it's different ways of how you get into the digital world that make the difference there. We're not in here with our physical bodies. Unlike the children in the anime. And other media. What a party. It was a white screen.
Hey, I
Great.
need to talk to you. I'll be waiting outside.
Is that a confession of love? Oh my, I'm not ready for that. I just realized I have the final dungeon on my shirt.
I'm sorry I called you out here while everyone was celebrating, but I needed to tell you this quickly. You see, the digital world is facing a new threat. When the reincarnation was starting, Mireille and I closed the gate that leads to the singular zone. When we did that, some corrupted data that was floating around in the singular zone seeped into this world.
Post-game boss. I knew this would happen.
The filters were up, but the corrupted data was so small, it looks like it got through somehow.
Well, then it's not that dangerous, is it?
Mireille went after what passed through the filters to observe. She found out that it was a little Digimon. As you know, there's a lot of corrupted data floating around in the singular zone. That's why I followed that Digimon, using the information from Mireille's observations. It's very bright. I couldn't find a way to capture it.
A small, bright Digimon. Yukimi Botamon?
I talked it over with Mr. Mameo and Digimon. It seemed like we'd almost found a way to capture it. But then it came here and stopped moving. At that point, we started detecting a growing transformational energy. It was trying to digivolve. In fact, it might have already done so. It's very dangerous, I think. Worse than Omegamon Alter B. A threat we've never seen before. Forgive me. I'm not strong enough to face that. I'm sorry to have to ask you this, but would you go check it out with me? Thank you. I knew you'd say that. It will probably be a rough fight.
Okay, I hope I get healed before. They didn't really leave me a choice, and I needed to go back to the city.
Hang on. If there are still Digimon infected with the BH program, could you purge them with this new antivirus?
I wonder if that code makes... wait, that's just 0 and 1. Yeah, okay. That, I mean, it probably still is something, but nothing of importance.
Got a second? Made my
Megadramon has joined this. Oh, we get some prosperity out of this. He went to the lab. It seems he has a real passion for research. 137 is the prosperity now.
okay.
Ah, that's the wrong button. Me, this game, and wrong button presses. Yeah. To Infinite Cauldron. He must be at Infinite Cauldron. Make sure you're ready for anything. Infinite Cauldron was where? Also, EX scenarios. Megumon is something we can't do right now, I think. That's not what I wanna do. Yeah, I have a little guide of where to get the recruits and stuff. Okay, we have done Mekumon's riddle. But we also need to do the... Yeah, okay, we need 150 prosperity for this. Which we don't have, so we hunt for not this EX scenario Digimon. What about Rina, though? Huh? Do you have anything for us? Okay, super region, super double, and full remedy. Let's just see if we can buy those. And some machine Ramon at the lab. That might teach us some techs. We're gonna check that out. But first... do you have any of those? Super recovery, we have 10 of those anyway. No super region disc. You don't sell those, right? Okay. What was your thing? Yeah, okay. Okay, all fair, all fair. So... there is... we have bought this today. Yeah, okay, there's nothing.
Over here.
But we need to feed our Digis! Okay.
It's chow time. Here you go.
Get some meat! And then we'll see if we can learn techs. And then we just train the day away until we slept and then go... oh, you're down here. Perfect. If I just... like this. Oof. What? What do you know? It's Doctor. This is research, you know, research. Seems, though, that I've hit a little dead end. Would you mind giving me a hand? This is for the future of the city. Sure. You help me. Okay, what I need now for my research is... take one of your partner Digimon, get them to in-training one, and then bring them back. Okay? Go for it. Be very grateful. Okay, so we hopefully do not forget it. Super region is what we need. Yeah, okay. Please combine. We need that for quest. And I promptly forgot what else we didn't need. Super region, super double, and full remedy. Do we have the super double? There's a super double, super region, and full remedy. We have all we need. The actual question, though, is... where are you now, Rina? We will surely meet her on our journey. I do remember that she moved places. I at least am pretty sure of that. And I'm pretty sure that I'm not wrong about that.
You're getting stronger.
So, what do we actually need stats-wise? Speed? Speed is very high already. But I would like to see if we can hit, like, 9,999. Probably not.
Toughen up.
But it's something we can try.
Stay focused.
Also, is your fatigue growing fast? Yeah, okay. This game, my plans might again not work out at all.
Okay.
Well, you're not doing the old man pose, so you probably still live a few days. At least 2, I guess. So there's that.
Ready? Here you go. Here you go. Eat up. Training time. Okay, here we go.
And you're fatigued already. Yeah, rest. Just rest. Now it's doing the old man pose.
Take this.
Yeah, well. I have a feeling we want to recruit anything, maybe?
Okay, gather up. You hungry? It's chow time.
You don't want to sleep, right?
Give this all you've got.
It dies as soon as we wake up, right? I think it's sleepy time now, right? Actually, it isn't. But should be about time. Right now.
Okay, gather up.
Yeah. Watch it die right now. At least we remember Megadramon that way. Would you look at that? We've had a real adventure, sure. Okay. Which egg do we take? This is speed, speed, speed. HP, MP, and again, speed. What? Why do you get question marks? Shouldn't we see what it can evolve into? I am pretty sure we should be able to see that. I feel you. We didn't take Pokemon that often, I think. You'd have to watch all my streams that are available on YouTube of this game to find out. So tell me if you found out. Yeah. Itty. So let's have a look at the field guide for this thing. Pokemon. We have all the rookies from it, so we can go via Gomamon though. Or Vmon. Or Snow Goblimon. Cleargomon has something left as well. And okay, we don't block anything, I guess. It's fine. Anything goes. Coming up O's. I just can't not. That song is so stuck in my head. Okay. We do. Ah, Digimon that meets the conditions. Thank you. Okay, I got the data. I can get back to my research. Thank you. This is a token of my gratitude. Okay then. Until next time. Back here with an injury. But it seems like we only get money out of it, so... Getting a certain level, fair. That's like... Okay, whatever. I just talked to you when I got it. Having an injured Digimon? Nah, no. How about no? Okay. Back to our daily routine and to a stream full of training. Yeah, we're gonna focus on recruits mostly because the thing is, while we do recruits, we can also collect materials to maximize out this thing. We also have our Digimon die over time, so we can then, after they died, like that just happened, concentrate on that for the time until we're back to mega level. You know, makes sense, right? The field, the Digivolution Dojo is maxed. The training hall. We're still going for the training hall. Metal and wood. Metal and wood. But what about you? This looks fine. You don't need Digi Acid, right? No. Let's upgrade you. Yeah, cards we get while we gather the materials, which we do while we do it. It's like, while we do recruit, we can do a lot of stuff on the side. So that's the best way to go about that, I'd say. Of course, that plan now kinda... Well, it still worked out. The plan was when we die, we, for the time, concentrate on getting new Digimon into our field guide. Thing about that is, it immediately died before I could even try to recruit something, so... Yeah, okay, we so buy. We also buy you, of course. And we do not sell. We do not sell, we freezer. Or maybe we boo. That was so bad. Oh yeah.
Take this seriously.
Yeah, we keep up with speed for now. It will lead to immediate evolution anyway. Maybe we get to max speed for Zero then. That might still happen after all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Can I even skip this sequence? Yes, we can.
Okay, here we go.
Now, it might be... Yeah, we might be fine with every of these Digimon, but I kind of wanted to see if there is any we do not fulfill the requirements for, which there is not. All fulfillments are required. Wait a minute. The other way around. All requirements are fulfilled.
Okay, here we go.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. These sounds are so cute. And they sound digital, which is really nice. Evolution time! Now we need to block stuff. It will be Gomamon. It's first on the list. And, well, it's not a key Digimon for Gomamon, but I have a feeling they go down the list and not random. And I was proven wrong. It's the last from the list. Gumdormon, who wears Mickey's pants as a shirt. Weirdo. Can we get a tech for Gumdramon that we can buy? I wonder. Can we buy fire attacks? I'm not even sure about that. First, let's block stuff. And then we check that. So everything is fine except the Vidramon. Why can't every Digimon be Vidramon? No, that would also be very boring. Okay, let's check out the lab. 2F. Is anybody of you fire? Apparatus and hand-to-hand? No. You were pretty sure air and nature. Yes. And that doesn't help. Did the third floor have one? Okay, no, the third one did not have anything. So let's have a quick rest and then go back to the training. Da 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 da. Wrong game, but oh well. Oh, imagine they did a collab and we would get a Dragon Quest BE memory. That is tied to Digimon though. That would be so cool. The question is, how would the monsters actually evolve? I mean, there are palette swaps, but that would be a bit boring. Sure, the slime will become the king slime. That's easy. That part's easy. Huh. And the dragon kid will become a dragon. That's also easy. That's basically what Dragon Quest Monsters does. Especially the original. There were no evolutions, but like breeding two dragon kids with each other resulted into them hatching into a dragon, so it kinda is a logical conclusion and could easily be seen as evolution. Even though they lose their wings. That's a bit weirder. I have a feeling that Zero will soon die. Which...
Alright. Ready?
I mean... I love Alphas Vidramon, but that's fair. We need new Digimon. But the fatigue is going up like crazy. Still not old man. Also, it dying now or the next day is very preferable because, as always, it's the balance between them. And if you remember my first few streams, we had a lot of struggle with level balance between them. I mean, sure, you can go through the game with only one of your partners being very strong, but I don't like the other one dying because it's just too young to actually get into these battles, so I don't want that. And I know, those are just pixels. But technically, as Digimon, they are really alive. Kinda. I'm weird. I do care for the monsters I use in a game. Except those multiple monsters in Pokemon I just put into my box and never look at. I don't care about those. But that's what Pokemon does to you. You can't use every Pokemon, right? That would be a mess. But maybe also a challenge. You have to constantly change your Pokemon.
Okay, gather up. It's chow time. Eat up. It's chow time.
Alphas is still not old manning it. But I think it will survive this day, but not the next. How does our best meat look? Do we need to sell? No, we don't. We do not. We still have plenty. A blue Digizoid. Let me check. We did need blue Digizoid. Perfect. We can exchange red Digizoid, but maybe we can get firewood? Probably not working out. Okay. Yeah, and that's it for firewood. At least something. Yes, I will save. Yeah, where was the Infinite Cauldron? I have a feeling we have been there. Can I not... I can't have a look at the normal map. Okay, perfect. Nice. Thanks. Thanks for nothing. And so let's see the upgrade of this, so we can upgrade. Guess it's a bit too early for that. Is the stream still okay?
Just start buffering.
We just went hard into the red for some reason.
A bit pixely.
Always around this time lately, right?
Fine again.
Okay,
I
yeah.
have the same
Sorry about
in
that.
the morning and around 9
Huh.
when I'm working. I have no idea what it is.
Might be a weather thing. And then we can't really do anything. So the district did level up after all. Gum 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 Dramon has a hammer on its butt. I never got why it's called Gumdramon. Like, it's a cute sounding name, but it doesn't look very gummy. Does it? I could even understand, like, Mochi Dramon, if you say that the hammer is used to produce mochi. That makes sense. But gum? I mean, if looking at it, I wouldn't chew it. Let's get started. You have stamina, MP. Yeah, it's beyond MP. That's fine.
You're getting stronger.
Okay.
You're getting stronger.
We really need an anime for the VTamer01 manga. And it's not even that much out of the question. Sure, it's an old manga that never got an anime. But like, Dragon Quest Adventure of Dai, well, that did have an anime back in the day, but it still got a new one, right? And that's similarly old.
Give this all you got.
Did the mic pick that up just now? I think there was a man getting kicked in the nuts or something. It sounded like...
Think, it's football.
What?
Probably football.
Maybe. It sounded like he was hurt, but he did enjoy it, in a way. If you catch my drift.
It was audible a tiny bit. If you know that it's there.
Yeah.
Over here.
Huh.
Eat up.
Eat up.
You hungry? You hungry? You're getting stronger.
Yeah, we won't reach max speed. with Alphos. That won't happen.
Seriously.
I mean, technically it's easy to see a maxed out stat. We just disregard every other stat and train for that, but like that would in turn become a Digimon that we can't really use for anything because
Ready?
sure, if we do that with strength, it will pack quite a punch. The 2 times it can actually do something because it lacks MP. Right, so also it might die because it lacks HP. Maybe once we get all the recruits done and still have to fill out some of the field decks, we just try for that. Because then
Let's get started.
it doesn't matter anymore, right? At that point we won't battle anyway. Only if we need it for a certain Digivolution, because we have a victory condition that we should meet. But then we just hunt the
Okay.
mobs outside, which we can easily one-shot, probably even with an in-training one at this point.
Eat up.
Well, okay, maybe they don't one-shot it, but they probably can defeat it.
Okay. Here we go.
So, yeah.
Toughen
The
up.
fatigue is basically doing a speed run now. Ah! Isn't it sleeping time anyway?
Toughen up.
Did it.
Ready? Good night. Sleep tight.
Sleep tight.
Okay.
Okay, it survived one day. Also, did we just get a mail?
Ready to eat?
Shut up.
Here you go. Ready to eat?
We did get a mail. Okay. From Botamon. A terrible nuisance. A Digimon has taken up residence at Ruins Lake. It's leaving garbage everywhere. Could someone please do something? Not right now, that's the problem. Also, while we're at it, let's save. That's the whole problem about our situation. Ah, no, no, no. Keep it that way. So, to talk about something. We have recently, well, recently we watched it as soon as it aired. Finished Secret Invasion. Well, was okay. Thing is, I often see people saying that it was really, really bad. To which I wanna disagree. But I can't, because they're not wrong, right? I did enjoy it, and I personally wouldn't say it's bad, but I can easily see why people say it,
Not
so
up to the usual quality.
yeah, it's just it was lacking in so many ways. It's a bit sad. He agrees. See? I would just say I closed the window to keep that out, but like,
It's not that disturbing.
it's freaking hot. I don't wanna. Space time. Digi oil and Digi silver. Do we care about oil and silver? No. Oh, let's go then. I don't know what it does. Oh, extends dungeon time. That has a time limit. Hmm. Oh. Oh well. What about you? Premium liquids. Yeah, we don't need that. Yeah. Looking forward to Loki Season 2, though. That looks good. At least the trailer. Well, the Secret Invasion trailer also didn't look bad. The thing is, I personally prefer the superhero side of the Marvel Universe. Like the spy stuff, like Black Widow and everything is fine. I still enjoy it, but I get more out of the superhero stuff. It's just more my cup of tea. But I still enjoy the spy stuff. Technically. But then again, Secret Invasion was very, very meh. As was Black Widow. I didn't enjoy that all that much as well. Why can't I buy... Oh. I don't have the money to buy that much. Okay, be right back. Let me sell something. Yeah, but... Secret Invasion should have been much better. That is the main problem. Like Black Widow... Yeah, her. Especially her. Black Widow... Fine, okay. It worked. It was okay. But, like, keeping the superheroes out of Secret Invasion, I understand the reasoning for it. As in, like, Fury wanting to do this alone and the heroes mostly being off-planet, but it still didn't make sense. Like, some kind of hero should have noticed, hey, that man there is green. And not even that. Even if Fury did not call any superheroes. And nobody noticing it, which I cannot believe to be the case. Somebody had to notice. You know what we do? We sell those rugs. We still have a profit out of those. Oh, I'm not allowed to buy a second time. Okay, well. Yeah. The problem with it, though, is... The one thing you wanna see is a superhero turning out to be a Skrull, right? And Rhodey doesn't count. And as the review series we watch about it, Screen Crush, already said, Rhodey was the only character that possibly could have been a Skrull in this whole thing. Like, all the other important characters were either Nick Fury, we knew they were a Skrull already, or they were Rhodey. So, surprise there, right? It was just... the idea was totally there, though. But it did need the superheroes. And I'm not saying that every of these shows would need the superheroes, but this definitely did. Like... Okay, people might argue with me over this. Hawkeye did need the superheroes. Hawkeye technically is kind of a superhero, but like... His superpower is unnaturally good aiming, which is still unnaturally good, and you cannot get that via training, so it is kind of a superpower, but it's also like... Just that. Right? Black Widow, that did not need superheroes. And she... I think that's just athletics she has, right? She doesn't have superpowers of some kind. Does she? I'm pretty sure not. But like... Well, okay. The Russian... Captain Russia, he was superpowered. So it did have superheroes. But like... It wasn't about a world-ending threat of some kind of overpowered alien or something. It was just against a dude and the organization. That's something that someone without superpowers can actually take on. The Skrulls, though, as seen in the last episode, that not. Because as the superpowered Skrulls, the Super Skrulls, they have superpowers. And you cannot fight those with guns. It just... You can't. So, yeah.
So,
Okay, MP, Strength, Speed, Stamina, nothing. Stamina, nothing. Nothing. HP. Wait, wait, wait. Why is there DLC above the heads of these? Huh?
Those are the special thingies.
Oh! Oh! That's the problem! Look, I can see the Digivolutions.
If you choose the correct X.
I didn't notice that. Oh. I mean, at one point we have to take those, so I guess let's go. Oh, now the egg even looks different than in the choosing screen. Was something like they can talk or something, right?
I'm not sure.
Oh, well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. And something like their evolutions being very limited or something.
That's the fourth line. You don't have a choice.
Yeah. So, is Aristodramon weird in this? Like Shoutmon and Omega Shoutmon are. Yep, you're a weirdo.
Let's get started.
At the end of the line and do not have the stats to show for. I guess we'll take that as a chance for it becoming our speed bitch. Let's go, Digivolve. Di- 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 di. It still doesn't talk?
All right. Ready?
It does not have any requirements. Maybe we just try maxing out speed on these two then, because we probably can't do much with them anyway. And if it turns out we can, well, then we can still go out and do it.
Let's get
In
started.
that case with max speed that we might reach. I think this line is very like Agumon, Greymon, Metal Greymon, War Greymon. So we only get 2 new Digimon out of that. This feels like it evolves faster. What was that? I will not go. That sounded. Oh no. That didn't sound good. So are they listed separately? Doesn't seem like it. Are they even... Oh, we did have Greymon? We did have Metal Greymon. Oh. I kinda hope we could find out if they are even added to the field guide.
Toughen up.
You know what? I think we just ignore the Gabumon egg then. Just... The only good thing about these eggs, though, that I do like, is that you can train them however you want, because they seemingly do not have any requirements, right?
You're getting stronger.
We don't see that for Greymon, but I just put my eggs into that basket. And that way you could, like, create a set Digimon. If you really like Metal Garurumon or War Greymon,
Let's get started.
then you can create it in a way you actually want it to be. This game does give you a lot of freedom already. Not gonna lie, but it's like, you can do that. Though, if you want to aim for a specific Digimon, well, you gotta go into specific stats that you might not actually want to aim for that high. So there is still that. Or get a Digivolution item for that Digimon. That works.
Here you go.
I always found it weird with Gumdramon and Shoutmon's evolutions that, like,
Cut it out.
they stop at being adult or champion level.
You
It's
hungry?
so weird. Well, I guess Omega Shoutmon is more of a warp evolution to Mega. And Shoutmon also did have the Digicrosses, but I think Gumdramon didn't get any, right? Well, Hunters was, in general, not good. And the whole thing about, like, all the other kids from the other seasons coming over to their universe for the final battle, that was so wasted on that, right? Oh! Imagine if they had put that into Ghost Game. Not the stupid stuff with the... Oh, there's the final enemy, the destroyer of our world. It comes in 2,000 years. But just imagine if it actually comes right now, and then everyone, all the other main characters came to help destroy that. Right? It would have worked well in that, because Ghost Game was at least a good show. Some people might disagree on that, but
Over here.
I definitely enjoyed it.
You hungry? It's
I mean,
showtime.
what people mostly disliked about it was it being episodic, but like... Okay, I get you do not enjoy episodic stuff. Because usually I don't as well. But, like... Digimon kinda always was. Sure, there was more thorough red thread in the background with the other seasons, definitely. But still, it's a Monster of the Week show. It is not called that for no reason, right? The only thing that's kinda different is that in most cases you could just skip episodes without missing any plot relevant stuff when it comes to Ghost Game, but I mean, okay. True, but still. Want some liquid. And one thing I would have loved to see more in Ghost Game was split evolutions. Like, I really like Kano Weismon, but I would have loved to see, like, an actual evolution for all three of the adult stages of Gammamon. Because it was like, it had these, but after Kano Weismon they were kind of obsolete, right? So, at least perfect levels and then the ultimate / mega level, that just being Seriousmon, like combining the three lines, that would have made much more sense, I guess. But also, doing the same thing for the other two characters, right? Why not? Come on. No, we don't want to get red Digizoid. We need that. Do we need white gold? Yes. We have 22 to spare, though. Yeah, do you need more than that? What about you? No. Okay. We cannot upgrade anything because it wants us to use stuff we want to use for others. Is there anything we can do with water or rocks? Anything where water or rock is missing. Yeah, actually. The fishing hole. That doesn't take away from these. Firewood. That's fine. So that works. Or we try aiming for the Digi Emeralds. So... Okay. There's a plan set for this. Great. But yeah, in general, Ghost Game, while I really enjoyed it, and it's definitely #1 place for me, together with Savers and Tamers, they all just inhabit my #1 spot for the Digimon anime. I can't decide between them. It could have been much better. That's the thing about it. What we got was great, but the potential was even bigger. Low bat. Oh, come on. Don't low battery me now. Are you okay? Okay, I have to criticize this argument. Sure, it's free DLC for us. I don't know if you had to pay for it in the original. I hope not, because... Okay, it's a talking Agumon, and probably the voice actor for it, the original, I would guess. But it barely talks, so if you actually had to pay for it back in the PS4 version, that would be wasted money, right?
Let's get started.
This Piomon again just falls over all the time. Now you stay that way, that's what you get for that.
Toughen up.
I could just not feed them or anything. No, I cannot force kill them. That would hurt too much.
Hey,
Wouldn't that lead to problem in the next slide?
you hungry? Ready to
I think not in this game. In the original, definitely, yeah. No, wait, not feeding wouldn't even be a problem in the original. Only the pooping would have been. Because that virus bar that was set on your partner, not your current Digimon. If that phrasing makes sense. You could say it was hard-coded in. To put it into digital terminology.
Okay, here we go. You're getting strong.
You're getting stronger. Which level is Arastadramon anyway? What do you regard it as? You don't even tell me in this menu. Oh, great.
Training time.
I need to go into the field guide for that. We can get that from you. When it comes to the field guide, we do not have Arastadramon. What? It's not... Huh?
Because no, you had Gundramon before, right?
Yeah. I was following the exact line we had this time around. Where are you? Also, it's at 107 if you want to update. No rush.
Digimon.
Yeah. No rush. There it is. But we can access it. Huh? Wait, you don't even see the level in the... Where do you see that stupid level? Champion. Okay, it counts as a champion. We could, if we wanted to, right? Use a Digivolution item. But I think that Agumon also won't do us any good. Well, it might be good. Not the way we train it right now, but...
Stay focused.
yeah, let's not... Maybe we can keep them in balance this way. And that's preferable.
Over here.
Also, it might just be that it won't work on Arrested Ramon as well, because while it says it's champion, the game might still count it as an endpoint or something, right? I would like to know what Omega Shoutmon counts as, but we cannot see that because it doesn't tell us in the frickin' field guide for some reason. Like, one of the main information you get about a Digimon is its level. That's a core thing.
Take this
That's
seriously.
like... You need the attribute, the level, in this case the elements as well. And basically that's all the core information you actually need, right?
Cut it out.
What I also wonder is why did they never do anything with the fields? Like as in Dragon's Roar or anything. They never appear in any game. At least not any game I played. Maybe some obscure Wonder Swan game has them, but...
Cut it out.
Dang, that thing is annoying.
Okay now.
Can we get the normal voice back, please?
Ready?
That was the wrong button again. English anime synchronizations. Synchronization is something different. Is it? English anime voice acting always sounds so squeaky. Right? It's always like... Like they really think that the anime trope of every Japanese main character in an anime is voiced by a little girl is true. They sound like they want to imitate that, which is like... Yeah, I mean, it's true for some anime, yeah, sure, but... Not for every. So... Stone on Tuesday. Yeah, let's not. Wood. But we do not have firewood. Not enough bamboo. A lot of people might get angry at me for saying that, but no, when it comes to anime voice acting, I never have heard anything that sounds good in English. It always kinda really sounds off. And just not gonna lie, most German stuff also sounds bad nowadays. The old classics were good, but not even all of those were good. They also had some bad ones still. But I honestly just... And yeah, sounds like purist talk. But I would love to like listen to them in English or German instead of reading the subtitles, because subtitles are annoying. I want to watch, I don't want to read. But I also need to like what I hear. And therein lies the problem most of the time.
You're getting stronger.
I should have done this with strength, then I wouldn't need to move over all the time.
Take this.
Okay, we have some stats actually. Nothing of the stats we have uncovered is needed, which makes sense for speed actually.
Okay.
But I think it's really all the way through, you don't need any specific stats. And earlier, as in like 5 minutes ago, I talked positive about it. But honestly, it feels boring. doing whatever just feels like I'm trying to waste time to get it to finally evolve. Sure, the stats are still important and you need those, but like... The training right now doesn't feel like I'm doing stats, but like I'm doing time. And that's just not as fun. Might just be me not caring about the stats right now, like with the goal of maxing out the speed stat, what we're going for here. But like...
Take this seriously.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope that DLC egg was originally for free as well. I don't remember it from my playthrough back then, but... It's been a long time, right?
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
Okay, here we go. Give this all you've got.
We're almost halfway there. And our Digimon technically are still young. I'm still not sure how stuff like Arrestadramon works, because Digivolution adds to age. Like the potential age. It's stripping me away from 2 possible evolutions. Like, at least when reaching Arrestadramon or Omega Shoutmon, they should get a much, much bigger boost in stats. So they can actually keep up with the Mega levels, because they are really pointless like this. And they should become much older. Like, they should get that age boost for all the levels. But looking back at what we had with Omega Shoutmon, that is not the case that we got that, right? It died pretty...
Yeah, it ruined your balance again.
Yeah. So...
Time for bed.
I feel bad for people who like Arrestadramon and Omega Shoutmon, because, like... I don't particularly care for these two, but I still like their design, and I can really understand if if one of them is your favorite Digimon. They do look good, after all. But they are basically garbage. And for a stupid reason, right? You could have just, like... For Omegamon, put in, like, Cross 2 and Cross 3 or something. Which would make much sense without the other Digimon, but like... Ah, come on. You can take some liberties. Or just, like... Let Shoutmon not... and Gundamon not directly evolve into these, but, like, have something in between, which... still would look weird. Like going from Shoutmon to Greymon to Metal Greymon to Omega Shoutmon, that one even would
Maybe
make a
add
bit sense.
something in front of them, so you have some more. What is it? Child, rookie.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's what I just said. If you put like Greymon and Metal Greymon in between.
No, not in between. But move Sharpmon back.
Oh, Shoutmon not being a rookie.
Mhm.
Well, technically it officially was a rookie before this game came out, so... But it would still be better than what we have now. Or, wild thing, and sorry that I say that, just not put them in. That is sadly what Cross Wars did. I did enjoy Cross Wars, don't get me wrong, but the way Cross Wars handled Digimon, they kinda messed stuff up. They kinda really made it hard to include the Cross Wars Digimon into anything. Right? Also the Greymon in that. I know some people like that Greymon more than this Greymon we have here. Which is fair. I don't, but it's fair. But why did they call it Greymon? Like, yeah, Agumon had that 20 whatever version, that Savers version. But that was basically an Agumon just with the suspenders on its hands. It didn't change, like, the base design of Agumon. But that Agumon from Blue Flare, that could have just been like Greymon, not Agumon. Like Cyber Greymon or something? Just make it a different species, right? If you make it look that different. Or, if you really want it to be a Greymon, call it like Greymon Blue Flare mode. I don't know. Blue Flare mode is like not a good name, but let it be a mode change, right? You have so many possibilities doing that with Digimon, so why make it like the same species but change the look completely? That just... Oh wait, what can we actually attack skill with you? Yeah. Looking at it, like we have air, nature. Oh yeah, machine stuff. That's something. Didn't we have light and shadow as well somewhere? I'm not sure. Let me check. On the lowest floor, was there something that taught us stuff? Does well! Hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? This new Pokemon game looks strange. Yeah, look at Pikachu. Someone became a dinosaur. That's weird. You weren't it? Reset skills? Oh, no. No. You know,
Say shit like this, doesn't immediately hate myself after. Yeah, see, I don't. I'm just sort of used to you saying it now. It's just more weird when you can actually do an Uwu voice while like.
Training time.
An Uwu voice, okay. I have a feeling that news somehow was included in that clip. I don't remember that clip was a long day.
All right.
Huh.
Ready?
Oh well. An Uwu voice is always a
Are you ready?
thing. Is it good? Is it bad? That's for you to decide.
Are you ready?
Greymon's posture is weird. Like, I know that, like, T-Rex and stuff probably had a posture kind of like this. But in all the media Greymon is depicted normally, it's more like an upright stance, right?
Ready to eat? It's chow
Not
time.
this. I really need to use the toilet, but there is no toilet near me. Pose. Though we do have a toilet right next to us.
Let's get started.
The toilet in the game is closer than the toilet in real life. And immediately we need to use the toilet. I still miss them going actually to the toilet. But like I said, I wouldn't mind a new Digimon world where you only have one partner. The two partner stuff is cool and gives you the opportunity to Jogros and stuff, which is all nice. But it takes away a lot of other stuff you cannot have with two partners. Like going to the toilet, like animating that actually like it wasn't the original. With two Digimon going onto the toilet at the same time? You could either have them go one after the other, which would just like be annoying because it takes too much time. Or they sit on two toilets next to each other, which would be questionable. Also, the imbalance you get from training and evolving sometimes is a problem, right? We have established that enough. Oh, stats are so bad. Oh well. They could have at least given that Agumon, Greymon and stuff, I don't know, Taichi's goggles or something. Well, what would Gabumon get? Yamato basically had like a turtleneck with the sleeves cut off and like the only thing about him, like his item basically was his what do you call mundharmonica in English? These thingies. You know what I mean. But that's an item that's a bit hard to put on a Gabumon or a general Digimon. A harmonica, okay. Well, they leave the mouth out. Wait, what is a sea harmonica called then? The so-called Schifferklavier.
An accordion.
Well, okay, accordion. That's also a term for it, I guess.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, but like a harmonica on a Digimon, that might be complicated. I do wonder though, did everyone had a special item to them? So Yamato did have the harmonica, okay.
Yeah.
Sora, you gotta go with her helmet thingy, right?
Yeah.
The basically Schrödinger's helmet. Because in one scene, she uses it as a bowl. So it has to be like a helmet. It's hard, right? In another, she lays it down flat, where it just is like a beanie. What? How do you work? But I guess it's that. And that I have a problem with, honestly. Let's go into Mimi then, because you would say the cowboy hat. Right?
No.
But that would be the hat again. And then you have Takeru with that very specific hat. And it would be a hat again. You know my problem?
No.
But let's say, okay, it's the case for those then. Then let's get into Koshiro, the laptop. Gotta be the laptop, right?
Yeah.
And then we have Hikari, which is the
Whistle.
whistle. Yeah, whistle it was. And then you have Joe.
This bag of books.
That wasn't books, that was the first aid stuff and rations, but yeah. His glasses?
Oh, his bag.
The bag.
The one with the bag.
The bag definitely is more fun than his glasses. That's for sure. But yeah, 3 of them having their hats as their significant item. That's just the case. Let's continue this actually. 0-2 is harder because they could travel back and forth, so well, Daisuke had the goggles, but like Miyako and Iori, due to them changing their outfits when going to the digital world, you can't really get them something, right? And even if you say, well, let's only count the outfits in the digital world, first off, the goggles technically aren't part of that outfit. They come from the real world, right? And, well, Miyako, the helmet again. Great. And then you have Iori, who basically wears a Star Trek uniform. And he doesn't have anything specific on that, right? He is... like, I never liked his outfit. Honestly, he looks so blank, so NPC, not like a main character. Well, and Takeru had the hat again, while the whistle for Hikari was exchanged for a camera. And Ken had nothing. Yeah, don't think it works out for that. And kinda the same with Digimon Tamers. Well, goggles, of course. Ruli having that significant shirt with a broken heart symbol that later was an actual heart, not a broken heart, which was a great scene, honestly. But, like, what's the name? Genria? He had nothing. He had very basic clothing. And that's it. I think they dropped that at one point. Doing that. If it was even ever intentional, right? But I think, like, in character design, if you give your main characters specific items you associate with them, you could use them, like, as a simple symbol to convey it's about them or something, right? I think it's a good design choice to do that. Hence why I'm doing that for my game. Right.
Training time.
But yeah. Let's fast forward that. Could we do that with Ghost Game?
Training time.
They changed outfits a lot, right? Also, Hero doesn't have anything, does he?
Hero.
Hero, yeah.
He has this red.
Red shirt. He's a red shirt.
Hoodie.
The red hoodie, yeah.
Did he have an earring as well as that scarf thingy on his ear?
No, he just had the scar. Which had no significance at all. And is only there for character design. Which I technically stand behind because you can do that. But every scar. It's a scar. Every scar has a story to it. It might be something dumb like his cat scratched him. But a scar always comes with a story. You don't have a scar just being born with that, right? Well, technically that also can happen. But even that is a story, right? So doing that as a scar, no. If they gave him an earring instead, yeah, then he just wears an earring. That doesn't need to be anything about that. It's just an earring, right? That would have worked better. But yeah, I forgot the name of what was she called? My head says Rika, not Rika. Ruki. Ruli. Yeah, Ruki and Ruli. They basically have the same name. Yeah, that's the Tamer's connection with Ghost Game again. Birth scar. Yeah, I mean, I do. I have an actual scar from birth. Because I had a little head injury that it was full of pus, basically, on the back of my head here, and it wasn't anything serious, but it was just like you need to get that pus out and everything was fine. But it did leave a scar that I still have. You cannot see this because it's under my hair, but it's there. I was basically born with something that gave me a scar. That happens. But yeah, Ruli, the scarf she wore often, right? Though I wouldn't be able to tell it's her scarf if I just see a scarf. And then Kyo... the bandage on his hand? Kinda? Huh. I have a feeling that doesn't work out at all. And if you have never watched any kind of Digimon media, you have no idea what we're talking about here. I think it might work better for Frontier, actually. That might work. We have Goggle Boy, of course. Not Google Boy. That would be something else. Then the bandana that... what was his name again? Light Boy? Something with K. Koji. Koji and his brother Koichi. Yeah, Koji with the bandana, right? Then... the names are escaping me. The girl, because there was only one girl in that season, even though we had 6 characters. Great. She had that hat. Well, bandana and hat, that's fair. But then we had Tomoki, little guy, with a hat. But Junpei is a bit more complicated. He basically only wore that electrician overall, which could be seen as his item in that case, but like an overall as your character item? Just imagine them like showing a pig where all the character items are just laid down, right? There would be a complete overall lying there. That's a bit weird, isn't it? I don't think that's like, but well, he had chocolate with him. Wherever he put all that chocolate. But he had chocolate with him. Maybe there? That's weird. Ah, no, that wasn't what I wanted, but oh well. Yeah, in the end, it doesn't work out completely. So I guess it was just unintentional that they did that? Which just shows, if it happens unintentional, that most of your characters have specific items you associate with them, right? Then it might be a good idea to do that on purpose. Right? Because, like, you can do stuff like, be it trailers or some pictures or some teaser or whatever. Looking at Marvel again, if you see that Iron Man mask, right? Or Thor's hammer. Okay, the Hulk might be a bit weirder with the purple pants, but with the Hulk's design, okay, right? Fair. Maybe I could show like a green liquid for him. He's not that perfect for this. Or who's also an Avenger? The shield, Captain America's shield. You immediately know this is about them, right? You can immediately tell without seeing the character. And I think that's a great thing. You know what? Can Arrested Ramon actually Jogres with something? I never even thought about that. And we do have Omega Shoutmon in our city, so that would be... Okay, it can't. That would be a great idea for a new Digimon you could include in this game, like, to make them more viable. Like, Arrested Ramon and Omega Shoutmon fusing, that...
Take this seriously.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, so much missed opportunities. Also, even if they didn't do it in Cross Wars, they could have done it after the fact. Like, give them full intended evolution sets for the sake of games and stuff. That would be great. Oh, you know what Shoutmon could do? Shoutmon has that King mode. That could count as the adult level. Then we would only need something for the perfect level, and then Omega Shoutmon is the ultimate. Even though I don't like it when a mode change also changes the level, but they sometimes do that. I think that defeats the purpose of a mode change. Though Shoutmon King mode was weird as well. It wasn't even a mode change, it was just Shoutmon getting a scarf and becoming the king of the digital world. It didn't change anything. It didn't make him stronger or anything. It was just a title. So, why is it even a mode change? Well, it's not a mode change. They just call it king mode. It's weird. It's very weird. The same weirdness when the same species of Digimon can have 2 different levels. I don't like that much. Freedom in design is one thing, but if you have a set of rules, you should also follow those rules. Here and there an outlier because something special happens. you can do. But like, why is Waymon an adult and a perfect? Why can't it be both? Just like decide. Waymon is just a Digimon. It's nothing special. And it fits more as an adult level in my eyes, honestly, because Waymon is cool, but it looks very... It looks like a whale Digimon. Just like Greymon looks like a dinosaur Digimon. While Metal Greymon looks like a dinosaur Digimon getting cyborged up. You know what I mean? So, Whalemon should be an adult, and the perfect version of it should be like, well, maybe not Metal Waymon, but like something that adds to the design.
You hungry?
And if you look at most Digimon, this philosophy does come true. With their endpoint basically being... becoming like a more warrior-like form, mostly. A lot of them become humanoid and stuff, but... like big, menacing, huge. You can tell this is the end point for most of them. They are refined. That's what we got some evolution info. Well, not much.
Give this all you got.
So yeah. And armor levels, those are also weird. With some counting as perfect, and it's...
You're getting stronger.
In my eyes, what I would say is that the armor level is strength-wise between child level and adult. Close to adult, but with the potential of being stronger than adult, but not as strong as ultimate. Perfect, I mean. The golden Digimentals, those are ultimate levels though, like Magnamon and Rapidmon Gold. Those work. But the golden Digimentals are special. They are not the usual Digimentals. And yes, technically adult Digimon can use armor levels as well, like Digimentals, so there might be a problem. But maybe you could say for those, if you start out as an adult level, you are like close to perfect and maybe a bit above perfect if you put the work in, but nothing more than that. So it would still kind of work. Oh well. Also about armor levels, could we get some good ones that are not the ones from the show? Because, well, not all of them. Shaderamon looks really cool. I really like that. But most of the armor levels that aren't from the show are garbage. Like, they are fine as Digimon designs, but, like, absolutely not good as armor level Digimon. I rant in my shorts about that all the time as well, so, yeah. Though I think that is done. I think I am through with all the armor levels by now. Recently moved on to a new year of Digimon. If you don't know, I go by year, and in that year by alphabet. Because there's no official sorting for Digimon, and that was working out very well. So yeah. Okay, you're in the red. I guess we sell. Yeah, that didn't make us much money, but... well, the pots. They are the pots. Made by Harry Potter. Mon. That's a Petermon. There could be a Harrymon.
Okay, here we go.
Oh yeah, one thing while we're talking about Harry Digimon. One thing I would like to see in a new Digimon world is not forgetting so much about the old Digimon. Like, don't make it all about the older ones, but I don't know, this game, of course, Greymon and stuff, they are in here, but like, Monjamon, for example, which wasn't the original Digimon world, and Frigimon, I think Frigimon isn't in here. Not completely sure, but I don't think. where are those, right?
Stay focused.
It doesn't have to be those two specifically, of course, but let's look at the field guide. We're gonna do this correctly now. So, in Digimon that's like very classical, but not from the anime, because of course the anime ones are in here. Yeah, like Goblimon works out. Goblimon and Gotsumon, those, and in the rookie department we actually have some of them. I think like Snow Goblimon and Shamamon. The thing is, I like the variants, and including some variants is also good, but with only 232 Digimon, maybe don't do that many variants, right? That's kind of cheap. Variants are perfect to add more fluff to it, but yeah. Okay, but that's not what we're here for right now. Then we get to the adult level. Okay, we have Wizardmon, which now, honestly, it wasn't a partner in the anime, but like, it was a very predominant Digimon. It was very heavy for the plot, like Devimon as well. We can't count those. Okay, Tyrannomon. Then, yes, Sidramon and Vegemon. Nanimon is here for the weirdness, let's be honest. That's not that surprising. We have Woodmon, Gardramon. Gardramon is anime stuff by now. There are some. I never say there are none, but like, they are such safe bets mostly, right? It's just, yeah. They didn't strike the balance all that well. Especially as most of them are really the anime Digimon, which I understand putting them in there, and people probably wanna play as a Digimon from the anime, whatever it is.
Here we go.
But by now the anime has a huge roster of Digimon, so maybe some shouldn't be in here? They will never not put the Agumon line in there, let's be honest, but that's fair, but you wanted something? Food.
Okay, gather up.
But like,
Eat up.
maybe we just need a bigger field guide, like 500 or something. Double it up. I know that sounds like a lot work they have to do, but yeah, guess what? It's a game that's work.
Are you ready?
And I think with 500 and something, like 521 or something, it's not asking for too much. Because like, there are over 1,600 Digimon right now, so yeah. And if they wanna do the variants like Shamamon, at least give us more Digimon then.
Give this all you've got.
Or drop the variants, though. That's like,
Toughen up.
you know, it's nice to have those.
Training time.
And of course, Black Agumon will definitely be in there because that's popular. So they will never drop all variants. What do you want? Eat.
Okay now.
But yeah.
Here you go. Ready to eat?
Moneymaker! What do you mean don't save? The bot tells me to save.
Okay. Here we
So
go.
I gotta save. Saves are for people who don't enjoy the game. Saves are for people who don't have the time to play 80 hours in a row. I'm an old man.
That one didn't go through. Track hit.
Oh my god.
I'm still waiting for those tanks to turn into anime girls. That sounds like something you would enjoy.
Stronger.
That probably does exist, right? There's that mobile game with the warship girls. I just want to know why. Like, it's not even the turn them into human part. That I kind of can see. It's like a Transformers thing or something, you know? But why girl? I mean, I know why girls. Nah, but still. There are many games that exist, yes, sadly. The good thing about easy access to game development kits is that everybody can make their game. The bad thing about easy access to game development kits is that everybody can make their own game.
You hungry? Ready to eat?
The thing is, the tools are easy to access. Making the game, well, okay. If you have enough money, also not that hard because you can buy a lot of stuff, right? The thing about that is you can always tell if a game has bought its assets. They always look really same-ish, right?
Well, they all use the same tutorials.
Yeah.
That's fun too.
The problem is that the assets you buy in like an asset store, it's not like you buy them and then they're yours. You are one person of many. Go away. One person of many buying them. If you couldn't sell them multiple times, okay, that would also be a bit weird from the shops that offer you the platform to sell your stuff, right? But like, if they were unique, that would in a way be better. I'm not sure and to what extent you are allowed to edit those assets though, because well, we
Depends
do not.
on the license.
Yeah, I guess you do not. We do not really buy assets like that because of said reason. But if you can't at least modify them to an extent, people will notice. And we have enough of cheap, trashy games already, right? Ooh, we could sell, but we know the number can go much higher. What are you even? There's some small little insect that just flew in my eye. Ah. Fruit fly or something. I don't know. No, it's like white. A little white creature. Which looks kinda... I mean, they kinda look cool. Interesting. I don't know. It's a white spot that flies around. But yeah. Net?
Are you ready?
Wait. Metal Greymon and Greymon weren't talking. So only the Agumon from that stupid DLC egg.
Take this seriously.
I really hope that was free back in the day as well, because if not, that would be a scam. This is a Bandai Namco game, so it probably wasn't free.
All right.
Like,
Ready?
$3 to $5 for a stupid costume. Bandai Namco is like the worst when it comes to DLC, especially the aesthetic DLC. And just to be completely honest, I don't like aesthetic DLC. If you want to sell me something,
Stay focused.
let it be more than just a texture. You could, like, sell a costume as DLC, but it comes with a little scenario of how you get those clothes, right? So you have something to do in-game for that. And, like, with a $3 thing, a $3 costume, that scenario, if it's like 5 minutes, that's fair, right? But I guess they just wanna get the... How do we put that to insult a lot of people? Because you will insult people, so we can go for the goal anyway, right? Stupid otakus that need jerk-off material in form of bathing suits on 3D models that don't really look like actual humans. That's where they get their cash from, right? Or just say it's cosmetics. People just want cosmetics. Yeah, but paying for cosmetics, like, I don't know. Seems like a lot of waste of money. It really seems like aimed at the needy hikikomori. And I just assume that everyone watching this knows what a hikikomori is. If not, is there an English term? Well, a shut-in, I guess, is what usually is used, right? A need, like not in education, employment, or training. Yeah. And I'm not blaming those people. Because most of them have, especially in Japan, have a really good reason for never leaving their room. Because, let's be honest, the world can be an ugly place. And especially in Japan, if you're not following the norm, you are seen as a problem or something, right? We don't need to... We can say it as it is. It's disgusting. And then you have a company like Bandai Namco and others, of course. Not only bashing Bandai Namco here. There are others. Who abuse those poor guys and girls that just have a psychological problem that needs treatment and take the money they don't have much of anyway to sell them cheaply made textures in a video game. And yeah, that's not good behavior. And while we're on the topic of hikikomoris, they basically mostly exist because the pressure you get in Japan from society and everything of getting a job, getting a girlfriend. No, not even, you don't need a girlfriend. You just need to marry. You don't even need to know the girl. You can just marry a girl you find through a website or something. And that is fine. The main thing is you getting married. That is important. Not finding someone you love, right? Getting married and have children. That's all they look out for.
Well-paying job you're at constantly. And
yeah.
never have free time.
Right. And that job, as you said, constantly, like, Japan and work is awful. Really awful. And I'm not even talking about black companies. That's a whole different thing. But even in a normal company that does treat you mostly like a human being. Okay. The thing is, you worked your 8 hours. Let's say you worked your 8 hours. Then you're free to go, right? But if you actually go home, you are seen as a bad human. Because how dare you go home while others still work? Yeah, sure, they arrived like 2 hours later than you and only worked 6 hours, but they still have to work 8 hours. But no, it's not nice leaving before they do. You gotta wait until they also leave. You don't even need to work while you wait. Just sit there and do nothing. That mentality is an illness. It's disgustingly sick. But that's what's usually happening. And I do not understand. You worked your shift, you go home. Why is that bad? Right? Why is that a problem? I mean, technically you could say that anywhere. Yeah, I mean, working conditions in most countries are bad. But, like, Japan is especially bad. And then we get to black companies. And here, I gotta do some victim blaming. I just need to, because, like, they are to blame themselves. In some cases. If you don't know what a black company is, basically a black company is a company that abuses you. Like, if you have watched Zom 100, they depicted them really well. It's like, you work there for 16 hours a day, thus you cannot go home, so it's just normal for never leaving your workplace, like, for 7 days straight. You don't have free time. And if you want to take your vacation, which you should get by law, they fire you. Or at least they say they will fire you. Of course, it's hard to fire you for that, right? But they threaten you with it. And
They will probably force you to quit yourself.
yeah, they force you to quit yourself so you don't get the compensation money. Perfect. Man, depends if you don't have much to do at home. You will not have much to do at home. They won't let you do that. Honestly, would be fine with staying at work and doing something on my phone or laptop while I wait another 2 hours. Okay, you're not talking about the black companies. Yeah, okay. I mean, yeah, fair if you want. If you do that, that's on you, but if you are seen as the one in the company that's the one nobody likes because you go home after your shift ends, there's something wrong there. But yeah, back to the black companies. It's like... And then the Japanese mentality kicks in. Like, if you look at the black company, if a company, like in America, over here in Germany or something, does that to you, what would you do? Get the fuck out of there, right? You just quit, don't you? That's what you would do, because it's logical, right? You can't be abused like that. You're a human being still. But Japan, if you quit your job in Japan, you are an outcast. You are the guy who quitted his job. How dare you quit your job? Aren't you like a patriot or something? Don't you wanna do something for your life? You cannot quit. It's society pointing fingers at you over there if you quit your job. It's like you have left the family or something. And while on the one hand I like that companies are treated kind of like a family. That is nice. But on the other hand, the shame they put on you because they treat it like that is disgusting. And it's not even the companies doing the shame blame thingy. It's mostly like the society around you. You will be seen as basically the evil guy who dared to quit the job just because he didn't like it. But like, they abused you. Why? Quit. It's really... I understand that most people won't do that. Yeah, and work at fast food for a time being. Yeah, like, I get it. Quitting also means you don't have an income anymore. Okay, that might hinder you, but like... On the one hand, you don't have an income for a time, or at least only a little bit, because you're working at fast food, like Money said. Or at the other hand, you stay at the black company and die with 30. Because you're overworked. The option here is, like... Honestly, there is not even an option. Quit! That's the only thing to do. Well, without that mentality, we wouldn't have these games that you like and shows. And that's where the weird thing is. Because the gaming companies and the TV companies, they are the better places in Japan. Weirdly enough.
They're not perfect.
They're not perfect, but they are the better places. The idol industry, not. The idol industry is evil. That's disgusting. That's things I don't want to talk about on stream. Gaijin Goomba, if you know him, made a good video on that. Watch that. But yeah. But like, the TVs, there still have problems there, but they are much nicer. And I think, like, they probably need to care about their reputation more. Because if a company that does, like, just some business stuff, like putting numbers into the computer, if that is known as a black company, nobody bats an eye at that. If the company that gives us our entertainment has that reputation, though, that's a bit more problematic for them. What again? I know Gaijin videos. I don't know what it was called. It was a couple of years back. Yeah, it was something about the idol industry. Like, how idols aren't allowed to have a boyfriend. And one time that idol was seen with a guy. It wasn't even confirmed it was her boyfriend or anything. Sure, it was in the end. What did she have to do to the fans? She had to cry, do an apology video, and as an apology had to shave her hair off. Because to the fans, she wasn't pure anymore and not allowed to be an idol because she had a boyfriend. Like, what's your problem? Let the girl fuck. Really. She's not there for you to be jerk-off material. And even if you use her as that, first off, questionable. And second, it doesn't matter if she's a virgin or not. Yeah, the idol culture is... I'm getting way too upset about this stuff. No, actually not. You should get upset about that stuff, right? My voice will never be heard by anyone in the idol industry. And if they did hear my voice, what I said here, they wouldn't care. Saying this stuff I just did, it probably doesn't make a difference. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't state your opinion. Because someone else might hear that opinion. Might. Doesn't necessarily have to, but might. And then sees, wait, maybe I should stop being a fan of that industry then. And then we have won something. Because if they stop selling stuff, because more and more people get behind that, and don't like that, we might see change. It's a slow progress. But yeah, it's every little step can help. And some steps might not help. I might have moved nothing right now, but just because you might not have an impact on something doesn't mean you shouldn't try. It's always better to try. Except for Digimon Adventure Try. It's always better to not watch that. Lightening the mood a bit. Now the problem with the idol culture is that it's been ingrained in people with their country's morals. After all, just look at the way America treats its idols. You mean like Hollywood stars or anything? They are allowed to like have boyfriends and girlfriends at least.
Yeah, but no private life.
Yeah, no private life, that's true.
Here you go. Eat up.
Oh, Metal Greymon did say something. Too bad.
Ready?
I wish it didn't. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I think it's better than the idol industry. That's what I do like about how German treats that. Like, even if you know stuff about some of our actors and stuff, it's usually like nobody cares, right? Except if they did something bad, then yeah, of course. That will create a shitstorm. But like, if they do something bad, that should create a shitstorm, right? Have you not heard about the singers getting things thrown at them? Oh, I have heard that. That's disgusting. Yeah. I did forget about that, but yeah, I heard about that. That's like... They are both in their old man, I die soon phase. Weird. Yeah, throwing something... Like...
Okay. Here we go.
It's... If it's like a plush...
Yeah, it used to be like plushes and stuff. But even that
Yeah.
should not be done, technically.
Technically, singers are the idols in Japan, though. And there are normal bands and singers in Japan as well. Not only idols. But, yeah, I get where you're coming from. But yeah, if you throw a plush as a gift onto the stage,
It will land in the garbage.
it will probably land in the garbage or something because, you know, could be contaminated. Could be something wrong with it. You never know. Some people are just evil and that's why we can't have nice things. But at least that plush, even if you accidentally hit the singer, it doesn't do any damage, right? So, you could argue that's okay. I still think, like, keep that for a meet and greet or something, right? Where you can hand it off directly. But they throw, like, cans and other metallic objects and stuff. What?
Even phones?
Phones, yeah. Or their baby! In that one case, they put their baby on the stage. First off, why do you take a baby to a concert? Do you want it to be deaf in the future? Gah! Well, you know, people and their love. Yeah, it's... And, I mean, I am a fan of things as well. And there are... I couldn't name a singer I'm a fan of, to be quite honest. But, like... I would never behave like that. Because one thing you have to ever remember, or always remember, not ever. Even an actor, even a singer, they all go to the porcelain throne and take a shit. Just like you do. We all do. That's a roundabout way to say they're just humans doing their thing. They are not like... They are not special. No matter how good they are not special. In the end, they are just humans like you and me. They can get sad. They can get sick. They have their problems. So, don't be one of those problems they have. Because a lot of them probably have a lot of other problems due to them being well known. Don't add to that, right? I mean, in general, just don't be a nuisance to anyone, right? Yeah. I say while we're a nuisance to Nu all the time, but that's all in friendship and fun. And we know him on a different level, right? We're not, like, in the audience. Well, technically on his streams we are, but... You know what I mean. And if you don't see that obvious difference there, then, how do I put it lightly? Get help. It's just like, why behave like that? It's... Don't we have enough problems with, like, murderers and serial killers and that stuff? Isn't that enough already? Do you have also to be... acting like this if you're in general just a person, right? Doing nothing too evil, like maybe steal a beefy from the grocery store or something. That's... I look away. I don't care. I can't wait for the podcast episode. Oh yeah, the podcast will be wild.
Alright, that's tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow. Oh.
Next week. Let me check.
Yeah, let's check. He would hate if I advertised this now. So I will wait until he's back.
This Saturday, 11 a.m. UK time.
Okay.
8 p.m. Australia time.
UK time, so the wrong time. Because it's not the German time. No, UK is technically the 0 point, right?
Yeah.
Technically UK is the
Greenwich
actual time. But yeah.
Training time.
With all the stuff going on in the world, we really don't need people throwing stuff at singers and... Just behave.
Stay focused.
Do what Austin Powers tells you. behave. And now I aged myself seriously. Do people still watch Austin Powers? Like, there are still some movies that might be old, but still are watched by the younger generation, right? But I have to say, like, I had a conversation once where someone was baffled by how the children don't know older movies. Because, and that's true for me as well, like, Back to the Future came out before I was born. I think it was. Well, there are some movies that came out before I was born, and I still have watched them in my childhood. But there's a huge difference there. We had the Star Wars, for example. That was filmed and came out before I was born. How about spam news shoutouts still he shows up? I have not watched Austin Powers in a while. Yeah, okay, I haven't watched it in a while as well, but I have watched it. But the thing about it is, you cannot completely compare our childhood to the newer generation's childhood when it comes to movies, because back in the day, like in the 80s, how many movies came out per year, right? 2? 3? Might probably be like around 10, right? How many movies come out nowadays for all age groups? Like 100 per day? Or something? Of course they don't like, we didn't have other options. We had some new movies, but after those were watched, we only had the old ones left. Nowadays, the new generation only, not only, cut the only. The new generation has so many options they could watch, so why should they go back to the older films? Then you could argue because they're good, but like, they don't know that before they watch them, right? Just because some people tell them they are good, but, you know. And also some newer movies are also good. Which is, that's something I hate when people say, like, only old movies were good, or only retro games are good. No, we have good movies. We have good games that are new. Sure, you might not agree, like, I would say the Marvel movies are mostly good. To which some people disagree because they're not into superhero movies, which is fine, but still there are some good enjoyable movies. That said, we also have a lot more trash nowadays as well. Because companies have too much money. But yeah, also with games, like, you can't compare your childhood to your adulthood. Of course, as a child, you didn't have a huge backlog because, like, you basically got a new game maybe twice a year. Christmas and your birthday, right? Maybe 3 or 4 games per year. And when I say that, like, that's mostly how much games I got, like 3 to 4 per year. Nowadays, I buy 3 to 4 per month, sometimes. But it's my own money. Okay, to be completely correct, it's my wife's money, technically. But who counts, right?
It's our money.
So you're just gambling now. You could put it that way. Yeah. But it's the money we own as our own little family of 2. Right? So, of course that's different. And that, to a certain extent, works out for the children nowadays as well, because games, even if some people say it's different, games are cheaper nowadays than they were back in the day. Because if you look at old advertisements and stuff, you see some games being like $100. And that was an old money. People nowadays have more money. So I guess children, it's kind of a wild guess, but I'm pretty sure it's correct. Children nowadays do get more games in average than we got when we were children. Because in our day as well, the games we got were full price titles, right? There were no small budget title games. Sure, they ranged from like $60 to $120 sometimes. But some games nowadays come out new and are like $10 only, right? in the game. Gambling in the game? Kinda. The bonus stuff for the stats is a bit like gambling, yeah. But like, I think Stardew Valley was probably around $15 and you got a solid game out of that. I think. I never actually played it, but yeah. It looks solid enough. So there's that. So they have access to more games. Sure, you could argue, well, the cheaper games are shorter, but... be careful! Because back in the day, like, let's take Chrono Trigger. One of the most beloved RPGs. Yes, you can do all the endings and stuff, but just run through the game. You have beaten the game once. Takes like 20 hours. That's not much. Games were a lot shorter back then. So the cheaper games nowadays do have the length of the full price title games from back then. Right?
Okay.
Thing is, like, Dragon Quest VII was astonishingly groundbreaking with its 100 hours of story it had back when it came out. 100 hours in an RPG. People went crazy. Usually they would go up to maybe 60 if you're lucky. But 100 hours of gameplay. Wow. Now, show me a game nowadays that's not at least 100 hours, right? RPG. RPG, that is. Of course, a Mario game is not 100 hours. But right, most RPGs easily reach that 100. It's not special anymore. But when the PS1 was out, it was special. That was never seen before. Except in some games that are kind of open-end. Of course, you could like put 100 hours easily into like Counter-Strike or something. But that's not a playthrough. That's a game you play here and there occasionally or competitively or what. You play that game, right? You don't finish such a game.
Let's get started.
It's like an arcade game. Well, technically some arcade games are finishable, but... an online game. An MMORPG. You don't finish that. You play that. If you get what I mean by that difference. Though technically you could finish every quest and everything in that game. Okay, maybe that wasn't a good example. But I think it's clear what I'm talking about, right? You can't really count like Smash Bros. You just play that. Even if you finish all the stuff you can finish in the quote-unquote story mode, it's still something you could continue to play, but you can't really count that. But 100 hours of story, oh no, that's different. Baldur's Gate 3 is a good one. I never played a Baldur's Gate game, honestly. Oh, we got Wargreymon. I don't think Nu will come back. Maybe they cut more than his hair off.
Fantastic.
You're not fantastic. Well, Wargreymon is fantastic, but the voice isn't.
All right. Ready?
Fantastic.
Should I try the Baldur's Gate games? I know, Are they first-person RPGs? Because I have a problem with that. I don't like first-person games. Though I really want to get into at least Borderlands, I gotta say.
Okay.
That looks like just too much fun to pass on. And maybe I will stream them even. We have 1, 2, and 3, after all. Although 3 might be hard to play, to stream on the PS4. Well, I could set up the PS4, right?
Can set up the PS4 here.
Just not the PS5. Oh, we have a visitor.
Visitor.
Baldur's Gate is not third person. Okay, maybe I gotta look into that. I'm not huge on Western RPGs, but that doesn't mean I dislike them. I am willing to try them, but as someone who prefers turn-based RPG, most Western RPGs are just not mine. Blackbird. A bird And for some reason has a 7 in its name. Tell us, Blackbird, what is the significance of the 7? My daughter is having sleep problems. Just before bedtime, I told her about this tiny, wicked creature that creeps into children's bedrooms and collects their bones. My wife got super mad. It's like she didn't want me to tell her about the Tooth Fairy. Thorning's wife? Let me get a closer look. I am an old man, my eyes are too bad. Is that Hatsune Miku? The 7 is just because 7 is a great number. You know, I disagree. 7 is a pretty low number, like 8 is bigger. There's an endless amount of numbers who's bigger than 7, but only 6 that aren't. If you count the 0, there are 7 numbers lower than 7. But the number 0 does not really exist. It's only a mathematical thing. But there can never be 0 of anything, because that just means it doesn't exist. Philosophical Thornic today. 7 is the only number that can double penetrate. What? What? What about the 1? The 1 can do that too. Even the 2 can. And that's a bird, so it would fit you.
Training time.
Also, when you say double penetrate, you mean the child-friendly way of sticking 2 pens into an apple. Pen, pineapple, apple, pen. Right? 1 is too tiny. Then what about the 11? It can put 4 pens in an apple. Yeah. The child-friendly way of birds and the bees. So, birds and the bees. What is the interaction between a bird and a bee? I never got that. Did you know that in Germany we don't do birds and bees? We do flowers and bees. That makes much more sense, because the bee and the flower, they you know? But what does a bird and a bee, what do they do?
Here you go. You're getting stronger.
So teach us. Miss Bird and Bee-sized man. That depends on your kinks. No height shaming. No height shaming. Small men are fine. Small women are fine. Big women are fine. Big men are fine. We accept everyone here. It's not about size. It's about your technique.
All right.
Your technique with the hammer.
With the hammer, yeah. Donk donk, right? Straight on your enemy's head.
All right.
That is all we're talking about here. What? This stupid mod. What are you doing? No, I. This is a rant Rief should go on, not I. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. So, we have 2 Dragon Man thingies here, huh?
Stay focused.
But can they dance? I wanna dance with some dragon. I wanna feel the heat with some dragon.
You're getting stronger.
Huh? You wanna sleep? We all started as tiny sperm. Yes. Yes. Begs the question. Does each individual sperm has a different size than the others? Or are they all the same?
So, hold your partner in your heart and hope for the best.
So what do we go for now? As long as there's a question mark left, this should be fine. So let's do this. What? Again? Imagine if all the sperm that didn't reach the goal was screaming in terror like an alien movie. Ugh. That would... that would make one white out. I nailed that joke totally. No, why do I put white? Your name is not white. What am I doing? Your name is easy. Okay. We have a new little friend. Little friend. We have to check you. Ah, we can't do it here. Field guide. Tell us. Okay, Gabumon has something. Gaumon has something. Psychmon has even 2 things. You... Oh, a completely unknown one. Interesting. And you... We still don't have Arrestadrop. What? Huh?
You have it.
Yeah, huh? How? Why? There's something wrong here. There it is. Fully. Does Shoutmon do the same? Is it because they evolve weirdly? Shoutmon does the same. We did have Omega Shoutmon, right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. As long as the number's finished when we're finished. Yeah, all's good. Okay.
Toughen up.
Okay. Let's start you with stamina. But yeah. What if you have mutated sperm that grows in size like 2 meters long? Ugh. That's creepy. That's a creepy thought. What are the chances of that happening? By the way, I wonder if everyone stopped having kids at 20 or 15 and started having kids at 30. Would a race live longer by evolution? I do not think that's how evolution works, but I'm not an expert. Because for evolution you would need mutation, right? So you would need to have a child that already lives longer, and that needs to father or mother a child that then takes on that trait. Right? Since evolution focuses partly on getting to the age of breeding. I mean... Let's just say it's a good thing that we do not care much about the age when you're ready to breed anymore. Because that's much younger than it's normally allowed to, but like... That's very good though. That's a very good thing though. Right. We don't need like... Yeah. Let's just not get into it too much. The water feels hot. So, which do we get of those little critters? Oh, I have to go after this. Back to Critter Town. Well, smash this. We got Gumdramon again. No. That happens. Okay. My battery just died. Perfect. But Thornic has to go as well. So, see you next time. Okay. I'm not gonna grab a completely new controller. I'm just gonna grab my Joy-Con. The good thing about the Switch, right? Okay. Everything's fine. Runtime again? Why is the Autobot blocking the word sperm? I think that's not okay. It's a normal word, and it shouldn't be.
It's probably because the initial setting you used was PG-13.
Yeah, but we shouldn't antagonize the word sperm. It's a natural, normal thing you have.
Yes, but in PG-13 stuff you usually don't use that word.
Yes, still. Come on. It's like some people who do not want to say the word vagina in front of children, but like,
Take this seriously.
it's a part of your body. Well, if you're a woman, at least, right? So, that way. Don't antagonize such words, because that turns them into words that are suddenly bad. But like, that's wrong.
You're getting stronger.
Huh? There was something. Ah, you wanna rest.
All right.
Just die already. The DLC eggs are garbage.
Ready?
Oh, Itzy. Oh, Itzy.
You can't do that. It's chow time. It's chow time.
I just remembered. I should block evolutions. You're still hungry? I somehow have a problem with meat suddenly.
Good, that's it.
That's weird.
Okay, gather up.
Maybe because the Arrestodramon lived for a pretty long time.
Ready to eat?
But yeah. We shouldn't antagonize normal words. Just because they are something sexual. Because sexuality is a natural thing.
It isn't really sexual.
Sperm isn't sexual?
Related to it,
Yeah, it's related to sexuality. Okay.
but
You want to put it that
it's
way,
still
that's
a
true.
bodily function thing.
Yeah. It's like farting.
Are you ready?
I mean, I wouldn't fart in the public, okay, because it's like, yeah, like, right. But in front of your significant other, if you cannot fart in front of them, is that really love? That sounds so weird, but like, it's just what your body does.
Stay focused.
It's nothing bad. We shouldn't put that as a bad thing. Doing it in public is a different thing because, like, there's a smell going with it sometimes, often. And, like, yeah, okay, that would be just annoying. And it's, like, people you don't know and stuff, right? So, I get that amount of decency. Yeah, sure, but
You're getting stronger.
in front of your significant other, that should be fine. In front of your friends, I don't know. And I mean close friends. Would you? Especially you as a woman, because women are different in that regard, right?
No, I wouldn't.
You wouldn't.
Give this all you've got.
But why? Is it embarrassing? Should I stop asking you?
Okay.
It's not even
gather
because
up.
it's embarrassing or something. It's just, I don't know. It's strange. I have been taught different.
Yeah, but why? That's the question. Is it right that we are taught that way? Man, Rief, you sung so good.
Huh?
I sung? I will sing, apparently.
Let's get started.
So, yeah, okay, but... But yeah, tell me the song or send it via DM or something. You're exhausted. I finished this day off. I wanted to stop after that anyway and finish then the stream with the song. I think that sounds good, right? Okay. So let me finish this day quickly.
All right.
The morning routine
Ready?
as well. And then we go into sing mode. Ah! Missed.
Okay.
Yeah, missed as in I missed this.
Oh.
Not as in the German word for...
Sleep tight.
Then. Kinda.
Over here.
What would you even call that? Like... I mean, the German word for mist basically means poop, shit, whatever, but like...
Ready to eat?
Specifically that what
It's
animals... Not even animals, specifically what cattles leave behind, right?
Kinda.
Like sheeps, cows, and that's what we usually use that. So, how would manure? Manure?
Yes.
Manure?
Stuff you put on your plants, isn't it? So Misthaufen would be dung heap
Dung heap.
or manure heap.
Manure. Yeah, so I guess it's manure. Because dung, we have the word dung for. So, yeah. I mean, of course, you cannot always have an exact translation for a word, but I was just wondering if there is. Okay, going quickly to the builders, then doing the toilet stuff, and then we're almost there. Firewoods.
Yeah, manure, dung, muck.
Muck.
Like that.
The Pokemon.
Yeah, exactly.
And do we have enough firewoods now? No. 3 missing. But 3 is not that bad. Okay. I'm almost there, and then we're gotta go. And I thought we could get like 2 or 3 recruits done. Nope. Oh well. Suddenly they decide to die. I can't buy any more. Yeah, okay. And that's the wrong button. Okay. Technically could turn the game off directly, right? If I'm gonna sing anyway. Okay. Let me quickly turn it off. There we go, and then let's see, has money sent to the link? He did. Oh, one of the new songs again. I see. Wait, is it? That's not the same I sung before, right?
I don't know. Prove it.
Wait. Oh, pause. Desktop audio. We need to mute that. There we go. Now, is it the same or isn't it? That's the wrong window. This one I want to get over here. Let me listen to it. I mean, I liked the last song we did. Thornic liked that last song of that musical. Okay, let me listen to it to get a feel for it. This is again a good song, honestly. So Money does know some good songs. Is there like a movie to this, or is it just lyrics? Or is it just... Okay, it's an album apparently. Okay. I like it when albums create like a story. That's all interesting. You know all sorts of songs. I know. I know. Okay, there's lyrics and music, but not like an actual movie or something. By Juicy Lobster. Yeah, okay. I think I get the gist. And the lyrics are in the video, so let's go. You are reckless, sentimental at best. That's not a teaching of mine. You've grown soft, your dead friends can attest. Hey, you put your emotions aside. You're a warrior, meant to lead the rest. I don't know where I went wrong, but I warned you, and you failed the test. So now I'm gone. This way, you'll know what your place is. This way, you can cross the line. This way, when all is over, you'll keep yours and I'll keep mine. This way, you won't disappoint me. This way, you won't waste my time. This way, I'll close the door. Consider this as my goodbye. That's just like you. Why should I be surprised? Selfish and prideful and vain, unlike you. Every time someone dies, I'm left to deal with the strain. What's a title that a goddess could land? If I'll never sleep at night, oh, mind you, you saw you as a friend. But now we're done. This way, you're out of my head now. This way, you won't plague my life. This way, when all is done, you're out of sight and out of mind. This way, you get what you wanted. This way, you can save your time. This way, you close the door and you feel game goodbye. Looking for a mentor, not looking for a friend. I mistook you for a general. What a waste of effort spent. At least I know what I'm fighting for. You're fighting to be known. Since you claim you're so much wiser, why's your lifespan all alone? You're alone. One day you hear what I'm saying. One day you might understand. One day, but not today. For after all, you're just a man. You sever your own head. This day, you cut the line. This day, you lost it all. Consider this is my goodbye. Oh, this is my goodbye. This is my goodbye. Consider this as my goodbye. This is my goodbye. And that's the song. And you know what? We do that not often enough. But they kind of deserve the credit, right? So let's do this. So give them a view. That's what I was looking for. Let me catch up on chat. It's retelling the adventures of Odyssey. Yeah, I have gathered that already. I'm not new. The guy has been making it for the past 2 years. Only 2 years. Well, That's good progress. Whenever my wife starts singing, I go outside so that my neighbors don't think that I'm hitting her. I gotta say, my wife can sing at least. So, I don't need to go outside, right? You wanna sing? She's not answering. I guess that's answer enough. You can. Damn, I hear blades in the background. You should run. Your wife is. You should run. Your wife is playing to. Oh, I get it. That was a good song. Amazing singing. Thanks. I wanted to do the stuff, but like that overlaps with the other lyrics, so that doesn't work out. I can't edit that in live. But yeah, a good thing you enjoyed that. So I guess we rate out then, right? Who do we have to rate to though? We have Kemosoba's playing Motorsport Manager. Okay, weird. Penguin is me is playing My Friendly Neighborhood. Yeah, why not go over to him? Actually, let's do that. Okay, we go over to Penguin is me. I bet he plans to build an airport on the whole world. And before we go, check out the links, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, where I keep you updated, all the good stuff. News Discord as well. And my YouTube. Gonna release a video like, it should be there in the next couple of minutes, like 5 to 10 minutes. So, hope to see you over there as well. And until next time, bye-bye. And now we ride out.